Greetings, people of YouTube. Wayne Hackman here, aka Waxstar, and it's about time I did a technology review. As you can see, I'm sitting in my car, and over my holiday, which I've just come back from, I purchased something called a DDPai M6 Plus. And for those of you who have not got an idea of what I'm talking about, I've bought a dash camera. Now you can see that I'm sitting in my car, and I'm not going to unbox it or anything like that because people get bored with the unboxing, but I have installed it, and I thought that I would just talk through a little bit about how I've installed it, and we can have a look at our video footage as well. So the DDPai consists of a mount. It has adhesive settings that you can stick it to underneath the windscreen or part of your dashboard. It also has this magnetic release camera that sits on, which takes a micro SD card, which takes up to 64 gigs of data and continuously records. It's got GPS included. It can sense when there is a collision. It does all your speed, and it has both Android and iOS apps, which are quite handy in configuring it. Now, I live in rural Africa, and the roads can get pretty crazy here, and it's a really useful thing to have, certainly to see how crazy the roads are. I'll show you some footage in a minute, but also if anything happens, you've got something on record. So this was one of my first attempts recording with the DDPai M6 Plus. Here I had mounted it to the car dashboard, and you can see through this wide fish-eye look you can pretty much make out everything that's going on in front of the car. You can make out number plates. You can also see the detail of all the men working in the road. The camera does film at full 1080, and you are able to downscale that video recording, and obviously you compromise quality, but you're able to record more onto your memory card. What I quickly discovered with having the camera mounted on the dashboard, that when I got up to speed, there was a strange shake in the image and also a strange sound within the audio. This was rectified by me placing the camera under the reversing mirror, and this seemed to solve the shaking issue and improve the sound quality. So this footage is taken in our local game park. I had a meeting in the park and took the opportunity to lift some of the footage so that you could see that not only can this camera be used in a collision or using it as evidence if something has gone wrong on your journey, but you can use the footage also to review your journey and use it to recap some of the exciting things that you might have seen. Now, the image quality here isn't brilliant, and I think that's due to the positioning of the sun and some reflection off the windscreen. The image is certainly usable, and you can see that that annoying shake has been eliminated. In the bottom left hand corner you will see that the image is date and time stamped with also a speedometer. This is in kilometers an hour, but you're also able to change that to miles per hour. As I said earlier, the camera takes micro SD cards. In particular, I've got a 32 gig card, but it can take up to 64 gigs. Please make sure that you buy a card beforehand, as one isn't included in the packaging. Now, a 32 gig card, which is what I have in this camera, can record about 6 hours at full resolution. But be aware that it does loop record, and any old footage that is on the camera will be deleted and overwritten with new footage. So if you want to keep footage, you need to make sure that you take the camera and download the images that you need. One of the great things about this camera is it reacts well to changes in light. This is an evening shot in my garden. I tend not to drive around much at night, so I figured that it would be good for you to see what a low beam shot looks like, and all of the things in the foreground, the stuff that you need should there be a collision or something like that, is illuminated well by your car and picked up excellently by the camera. So after a few months of experimenting with the position, I finally settled by replacing the camera underneath the reversing mirror. And the image is a lot more stable. You can see there's still a little bit of reflection off the window, but that's probably because the car needs a good clean and just a tweaking on its reflection. Here I'm driving through a whole group of people waiting to see the President of Kenya, and this is his motorcade. All the detail that you need, despite the bad driving that's going on here, can be captured quite easily. It's not the best image in the world, but it's certainly better than many budget dash cams that are out there. And after using it for a number of months, it's worked flawlessly. The car is regularly parked in temperatures of 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. And the camera is fine. It just loops record, and every now and then I'll take it down and I will capture something like this, for which I find remotely interesting. I'll put a link in the description of where you can buy it, and as always, I'm very grateful for you for watching, and as always, have one on me. Don't forget to rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.